So keep it soft, but not overcook the pasta. Don't block. But there's this absorbing movement that happens, and also you work with the angles and work the center line. So the hands are porous, connected to the center, soft, yet you should feel as if he's striking into a mattress that eventually hits a wall. Right, so there's some play. I'm not confronting him directly, and the more he pushes against me, the more he'll fall off balance. So if he's here, and he continues pushing, he goes. I'm not escaping. I'm not blocking. I'm absorbing. It's a bit like taking Bookman. Bukeru means to absorb, to receive. So you receive the attack. Let's just practice this opening. So I determine the quality of the encounter. He comes in hard, or he comes in fast and hard, or slow, or however he wants. He just surprises me. And my job is to adjust the quality of the encounter. Let's try Ikyo. Try something that might be eruptive. Now, if he never makes it, that's fine. But if he does make it, give him this chocolate sorbet. Very soft and soft. He has this idea that he would like to meet my head right about here. Right? And if he doesn't meet my head, he's going to be very disappointed. Right? So what will I do? I'm not going to give him my head, but I will give him something to sort of strike against. A cloud. So I take my bony head out of the way, and I put something else there, so that there's still a connection. It's not exactly what he wanted, but we're working it out, aren't we? Right? So he comes in. So keep it really soft and yet full, that initial encounter. Okay. Can't really be a gap, and at the same time to get this vibration to your head. And there's a whip action. Very soft. That draws your partner. go wherever the wood is. Just that. Stay in place. So let's practice entering. If you hang out too long, this is, you won't be able to really enter. The idea with showman is such a stylized attack. Practically speaking, you'll never get anyone stepping up to you in the street. But it is a hint of how the interaction is supposed to go. So if he's in my space and he doesn't do the showman, but he's just here, and I don't know what he's going to do, but it's too close. From here, you can bring something out in him that becomes showmanish. He might not think he wants to do showmanish, but if I throw something towards his face, he'll put his hand up, and we have showmanish. So you call out the attack from your partner. So either you're ahead of it, like that, which is what we're going to practice now, or you withdraw, and you withdraw without losing it together. This is the fun place. I'm leaving an opening for him to stand up, and he hasn't found it yet. Here he goes. Oops, no, geez. He found an extra opening. So now that you have these tools for adjusting the malai, you're free to step forward. You can change your feet in place. You can step away. And all those things you need to do. What you're looking for is the common thing, is that quality of connection. Find the gap. If there is no gap, create one. There's an open. That's right. Okay, let's try Nikyo. So it's the thing about Aikido is that you really should be checking in with your partner to see what's going on, and also just to understand how your partner's coming at you and what kind of energy he's bringing to the encounter. There's a density, there's a texture, there's timing, there's pushiness, then there's folks who would just prefer to disappear. And the idea with Aikido is that you bring everything into balance. Right? So it's my job to understand him as well as to understand myself. And keep checking in with him moment by moment. As well. If I'm the uke, same thing. I need to check in with myself and understand my own core power. But I also have to track, the nage. So you're going to be the nage. You're going to be the nikyo. It's, the Aikido, the dojo is a microcosm of the world. So you're not always going to have a pleasant experience. But you take the hand that's dealt to you, and you can do very creative things. So you're always practicing Aikido. It's not that he goes 4 times and does Aikido and when I get my turn to do it. Can I challenge him a little bit more? Yeah, maybe. Then he's going to step a little. Sometimes you challenge people a little bit and they have something to prove and it's curtains. So you have to feel it out. I'd like to say that never happens, but it does. It's just like the world, right? So constantly, you need to keep checking in. And I think that's the beauty of practice right there. Okay, let's continue with Nikyo. Take a different partner. You'll also find there some people, they get into a real intensive decision-making process throughout their training. And their challenge is to start to feel. And there's other people who could be more thoughtful. And one way of running your energy is no better than the other. But what is good is the balance. Sometimes you can get really comfortable staying in one way of doing it. Always walk into somebody's space. There's that. And you make it comfortable just staying on one speed the whole time. Or it may be you really don't want the encounter at all, and you're always questioning yourself, are you really correct in doing this? So it's through practice, through this weekend, check in with yourself to see where your comfortable place is. And then practice stepping out of it. Okay, so now, it almost doesn't matter what technique we do. Because these are general principles of running energy and interacting with another person. An abbreviated version of Irimi Nage. You're riding the center line, coming down. Now this is unusual. I'm expecting that he's going to come in really strong and try to bowl me over, but here's the sweet, soft guy over there. Okay, listen. I'm doing a little adjustment and stuff like that. But very minimal. What that gets you to do is you're putting yourself in a situation where you have to study the center line and how much space each of you occupies and what you're doing to roll your partner off the center line. If you step out like this, you take yourself into something very different. Maybe Nikyo. Like this, but you're out of position for the other way. So we're working the principle of meeting the strike head on and finding the space here. And again, how to adjust the encounter. Bring it back into balance, adjust the encounter.